There is only one story of arrogance in the history of the cosmos that is truly eternal. It's the narrative that began in the Garden of Eden and will conclude with the final destruction of the earth. This is the tale of a being who is fully aware of his defeat, who recognizes his ultimate fate, yet persists in challenging the divine will. He knows it well. Jesus, peace be upon him, will return. He is certain that the Dajjal, the Antichrist, his supreme weapon, will disintegrate before Christ like salt dissolving in water. Why then? Why does he continue with this final, devastating game? The answer lies hidden in our faith, our hatred, and the ultimate pride of Iblis. The foundations of a sinister plot. When the Lord of this universe commanded both light and clay, one entity refused to obey. Standing in the heavens, Iblis declared with absolute arrogance, "I was created from fire, and he is from clay. I am superior. I will not bow down." This was the first rebellion, and it laid the foundation for his everlasting scheme. When he was cast out and banished, Iblis screamed, "If you have declared me lost, then I, too, will mislead your creation, mankind." He requested a respite until the day of judgment, and this reprieve was granted. This time was not merely for existing, but for orchestrating the biggest spiritual offensive in the history of the world. In this centuries-long conflict, Iblis realized he could not defeat God. Therefore, he shifted his objective. If I cannot vanquish God, I will annihilate his most beloved creation, his humans. To execute this goal, he meticulously prepared his final, most menacing, and most effective tool, the Dajjal. The preparation of the master deceiver. Traditions state that the Dajjal is currently bound in chains on a desolate, dark island. This is no mere isolation, it is a demonic training ground. He is a human being whose very soul is completely under the control of Iblis. Just imagine, for thousands of years, what has Iblis, the ultimate mastermind of sorcery and deceit, been teaching this man? Every spell, every temptation, every falsehood is being poured into his mind. The Dajjal will not be an ordinary man, he will be Satan's intellectual representative, fully versed in every possible trickery. The emergence of the Dajjal will, in fact, be the final test of Iblis's pride. He knows this weapon will be destroyed, yet he still attacks. Why? Because this will be his last attempt to prove before God that your creation, man, was weaker than your promise. The illusion of power. The Dajjal will command rain to fall, make the earth flourish, and even raise the dead. This is not his own power, it is the mass sorcery of Iblis's army. Every powerful jinn and every evil spirit will be at his command. When the Dajjal orders the rain, the demons beneath him will swiftly gather in the clouds to make it pour. Picture this. The Dajjal will have a paradise on one side, which is actually a deceptive fire, and hell on the other, which is, in reality, coolness and salvation. In that moment, your own eyes will give false testimony against your faith. This is Satan's psychological maneuver designed to strip humanity of both its reason and inner sight. And then, at the height of his arrogance, he will proclaim, "I am your Lord." This is the very sentence Iblis has always longed to hear, and he will speak it through the Dajjal. The fatal flaw. However, Iblis's greatest folly is not that he created the Dajjal, but that he has a clear knowledge that Jesus, as, will return. This certainty fuels Iblis with burning rage and resentment. The accursed Iblis also knows his fate. His entire preparation will be to condense time. He will strive to unleash the maximum amount of chaos and temptation in that brief 40-day window. The goal, to maximize the number of Dajjal's followers by the time Jesus, descends. When Jesus, descends upon the minaret in Damascus, Iblis will command his forces to move the Dajjal close to that location. His aim is to create the impression that this newcomer, Jesus, is merely another sorcerer who has risen against the Dajjal, not the true Messiah from the heavens. But all of Iblis's schemes, all his pride, and all his power will prove useless against the truth. The inevitable defeat. As Prophet Jesus, advances toward the Dajjal will sense the very fragrance of his breath. This is the exact moment when the Dajjal, Iblis's ultimate masterpiece, will begin to melt from fear and ignominy, just like salt dissolving in water. In that instant, Iblis, along with his most powerful demons, will witness the scene. This will be his eternal defeat. But he is not one to surrender. His final, twisted attempt will be to turn even this shame into a continued game. Following the Dajjal's demise, the world will take a breath of peace, but Iblis will immediately set his next plan in motion. He will unleash the tribes of Gog and Magog, Yajuj wa Majuj, who will unleash another wave of bloodshed and horror on earth. This is proof that Iblis's goal is not merely the Dajjal's victory, but to ensure that peace and faith can never be established in the world. Conclusion: the true lesson. The devil's last stand does not teach us how powerful he is, but rather the extremity of pride. He knows his certain doom, yet he fights to prove that I was able to draw your favorite creation to my side. Our greatest defense is our faith. The trial of the Dajjal teaches us that when your eyes, your desires, and your worldly intellect stand against you, your deep-seated faith is your only salvation. Remember, the letters Kafir, inscribed on the Dajjal's forehead are the code that only the believer with true spiritual insight will be able to read. So viewers, this was the spine-chilling story of Iblis's ultimate arrogance. What part of this grand scheme did you find the most terrifying? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments section. If you enjoy this mysterious and thought-provoking content, please like and share the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Stay safe and stay blessed.